Hello everyone and welcome to the lesson. Today we're going to learn about indefinite pronouns that will come in handy whenever you want to talk about people, places, or things. So let's go ahead and jump right into the lesson. We're going to start off by looking at some indefinite pronouns that are used to talk about people. Alright, so one thing that you're going to notice, guys, is that there are two forms that can be used with each indefinite pronoun and that they can be used interchangeably. So you can use this one or you can use that one and it doesn't matter. Let's take a look at some words and some sentences and then we'll talk about the differences, okay? So first we have the word someone and then we also have the word somebody. So someone and somebody. As you can see, both these words consist of the word some, S-O-M-E, S-O-M-E, followed by a particular ending, either one, O-N-E, or it's followed by the word, the ending body, okay, B-O-D-Y. Someone and somebody, okay? We use these words to refer to both general and specific people, and their usage requires the singular form of a verb. So let's take a look at some examples. Someone is knocking at the door. Can you answer? So someone is knocking on the door. Can you answer? Do we know who this someone is? No, we do not know who they are. It's a mystery, right? We're going to go answer the door and find out. Oh, it's you. Right? But at the moment, we don't know who it is. Okay? So let's go ahead and we're going to look at the next one. So remember, we're referring to people like as a general matter of fact, but we don't know who the person is. So I know somebody that has the exact same shoes as you. In this case, you know somebody, right? But we're not specifically saying their name. Maybe their name is Karen, maybe their name is Bill, maybe their name is John. Who knows? But I know someone, you know somebody personally, who has the exact same shoes as you. In this case, we're referring to a specific individual. Now let's take a look at the words everyone and everybody. These are words that are used interchangeably and essentially mean every person. Okay? Everybody and everyone, or everyone and everybody, they are an indefinite pronoun when we use these, and these words refer to each person within a group. So every person within a group, okay? Everyone wished him a happy birthday. So everyone in the group wished him a happy birthday. I saw everyone hanging out at the playground after school. So everyone, we're referring to like maybe all the students in a class or all the students in a school. Everyone, all of them. Okay? All right, so moving on, let's take a look at the words anyone and anybody. These are two words that are indefinite pronouns and also they have no difference in meaning. Okay, so it's similar to these ones. They have no difference whatsoever. And we use them to refer to both an open or unlimited set of people, and the words are used with a singular form of a verb. Did anyone return your purse to the lost and found after you lost it? So we use it oftentimes with a question too. Did anyone, right, did someone return your purse to the lost and found after you lost it? Lost and found is where things go when you lose them. Anyone who has seen this wanted criminal, please call 911. So anybody, any person, whoever it is, who has seen this wanted criminal is a person who maybe did something very bad, you know, and they're not in custody. The police have not found them, so they're wanted criminals. Please call 911, which is the emergency number in the United States and in Canada. Okay? All right. So anyone who has seen this wanted criminal, please call 911. You know what, guys? We're asking if anybody who has seen a wanted criminal, right? In America, we often hear things like this on the news, on the local news, okay? About dangerous individuals who are on the loose, who have not been found, who, you know, do bad things. But we hear this on the news and sometimes in the newspaper. Okay, we hear it a lot. Anyone who has seen this wanted criminal, please call 911. We hear it. Okay, finally we have the words no one and nobody. All right, so no one and nobody. Notice here, guys, that there is a space between the words no and one. Okay, so it's no one, right? It's separate words, no and then one, not together. No one is used as a pronoun, and it means not a single person, nobody, not a single person. Whereas this one means, it could mean a person, right? Any person. Okay? Nobody means the same thing as no one, so these two mean the same thing as well, and they work as a singular pronoun in sentences. Nobody can also be used as a regular noun to describe someone who is unknown or not famous. So let's look at some examples. No one is qualified for this management position. We're talking about a job. Nobody is bold enough to tell others how they really feel about issues facing the country. Nobody is bold, okay, meaning has the courage, has the guts, you know, they don't care if they speak their mind, you know, they don't care if they say whatever they want, they're bold. Nobody, so there's not a single person who is bold enough to tell others how they really feel about issues facing the country. Like maybe we're talking about politics in this case, maybe. Justin Bieber went from being a nobody to becoming an international celebrity. Here we have the word nobody, but we're using it more like a noun, okay? Kind of like to describe somebody who is not famous, who is not well known, okay? The opposite of Justin Bieber, right? Because Justin Bieber's extremely famous in the world. But before, he was a nobody. Nobody knew him, okay? All right, guys, so we have no one, nobody, nobody. Now we're going to move on to talking about things, okay? So we looked at examples that refer to people. Now you might be wondering, okay, but what's the difference between using the endings one and then buddy? Like what's the difference between O-N-E and buddy, B-O-D-Y, okay? So let me just explain that before I go on to here. The difference between O-N-E, one, like someone, and B-O-D-Y, like somebody, okay? In fact, the meaning is exactly the same. Okay, but generally speaking, using the ending one is considered more formal. So you'll see it written in important documents, you'll hear it on the news, and you'll hear it much more often than the other form of body. Okay, we use this one more informally, all right, when we're talking to friends or something. Somebody, okay, someone, somebody. You can use whatever you want. They're both used. We use them all the time, both of them. Okay, now let's go back down here because I want to talk to you about something, and let me bring your attention to this word here and that one too. Okay, when we're talking about things, there are 4 forms that we can use that are similar to the ones that we just now learned up here. Let's look at some examples, but we're going to talk about things. Something. Something is used to talk about a thing that is unknown, and it's generally used in positive sentences, but it's not always the case. I have to tell you something. Oh, I have to tell you something important. I got a new job. Okay, so something important. Something bad is going to happen if he continues to make poor life choices. Something bad. Okay, so something. We're not sure what, but something bad. Okay. So that's something. We're going to now move on to everything. Now, everything right here refers to all things that can be used in affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences. Okay, meaning when we ask questions, we can use this word everything when we ask questions. So affirmative, negative sentences, and questions, those sorts of sentences. Okay, and when we want to be inclusive. Okay, so let's look at the examples. Everything happens for a reason. Okay, some people say that. Everything happens for a reason. You hear that a lot. He said he knows everything, right? Every detail, everything about subject matter, about rocket science. But I doubt it. I don't think so. I doubt it. Okay, he said he knows everything about rocket science, but I doubt it. I doubt it. It's not true. Next, we have the word anything. Okay, anything is used to talk about any kind of something. We use anything in questions and in negative sentences. For example, I haven't heard anything about the investigation into his company. I haven't heard nothing, right? No details about the investigation into his company. Investigation from maybe the police, the FBI, you know, law enforcement. Anything you want to accomplish, complete, accomplish, you know, when you set goals for yourself. In life can be accomplished through education and practice, going to university and working at a job and getting a lot of practice. Anything you want to accomplish in life can be accomplished through education and practice. Okay? All right, last but not least, we have the word nothing. Nothing means not a single thing. Okay, not a single thing. And it's used as the subject of a sentence or a question. There is nothing you can do about it. Okay, there's zero you can do about it. Nothing matters to me more than being with family. Okay, nothing matters to me more than being with family. Okay, we're almost at the end of the lesson now, guys. We just have to look at a few more words that are used to talk about places. These are also very similar to the previous words that we just learned, so let's begin. Okay, somewhere. We have two people talking. Where is Jack? I'm not sure. He told me he went somewhere downtown. Okay, somewhere. We're not talking about a specific location, we're just talking about a general sort of idea, okay? So we're talking about going to some place, somewhere, right? So where is Jack? I'm not sure. He told me he went somewhere downtown, okay? Somewhere around the world, a conflict has caused millions to be displaced from their homes. Displaced means you are no longer in this place, you go to another place. So here's my place now. Now I displace myself and I'm here. But we use this to talk about migrants and refugees and stuff. Displaced. Somewhere around the world, a conflict has caused millions of people to be displaced from their homes. Okay? And then we have to look at the next one, which is everywhere. Okay, and the word everywhere is used to talk about being in or going to all places rather than to no place at all or some place. Okay, it's also used to talk about things that are very common and found in all places. There are tourists everywhere during this time of year. Everywhere, in all places. Everywhere around the world, people are being infected by this virus. Everywhere around the world, people are being infected by this virus. Okay, even in this case, we can talk about the coronavirus, which, as far as I know, has spread to pretty much every place across the planet. So everywhere across the planet, in every place, people are being infected by this coronavirus. Okay. Now let's look at the word anywhere. Anywhere is used to talk about going to a place or being in a place, but it doesn't matter which place. Okay. He couldn't find the ingredients to the recipe, like how you cook something. You bake bread, you make mac and cheese, you make, I don't know, anything. Shepherd's pie. He couldn't find the ingredients to the recipe anywhere, so in the end, he gave up. I give up, right? I'm not doing this anymore. I quit. I give up. Okay. I would rather live anywhere but here. Okay, you prefer to live in another place. Anywhere, in any location, but not here. Anywhere but here. Okay, anywhere but here. And finally, we have the word nowhere. Okay, nowhere refers to something or someone that is not located in any place. For example, there is nothing to do and nowhere to go in this town. So notice how we have nowhere. Okay. And then here we have somewhere. So this is somewhere, someplace, and this is nowhere, no place at all. Nowhere else in the world can you find this rare species of frog. Okay, frogs like to jump. Nowhere else in the world, so not a single place else, only one particular specific place in the world can you find this rare species of frog. Okay. All right, guys, make sure you practice these words. Don't forget them. They're going to be very handy for you, so make sure you memorize them. I hope it wasn't too difficult to follow, but in any case, thank you so much for watching, and make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll definitely see you next time, okay? Bye. See ya.